The Batman fandom has been around for nearly a century. Now it is praised by 3 million people. Due to the success of the absolute Batman universe, not to say that it is better than the older comics and media, but by the looks of it, it is our generation's Batman. Hope you guys are doing well. It's illEn-Fresh, and I apologize for taking so long to upload. I had school going on and recently got back into editing, but don't worry, this is only the first part of a 3-part video series. For this video, I'll be discussing Absolute Batman's impact on the original, and if the changes made make or break the comic itself. And for the second video, I'll compare all of the Absolute villains to the originals. Lastly, for the third video, I'll do the same for the side characters and go into detail on why this Batman is our generation's Batman. I don't want to keep this intro dragging any longer, so let's get into it. Instead of the old school, rich, and tech-savvy Bruce Wayne that I also grew up with, we're met with a Bruce Wayne that is the complete opposite of the one we've always known. We don't need to look in the comic to see why, necessarily. Just by looking at the front cover, we see that he's more swole than the original and that there are no fancy gadgets to be seen or shown off. But Bruce isn't always the center of attention. The most intriguing change-ups to the media are the villains. If we're being honest with ourselves, Batman's Rogues Gallery is arguably one of the most iconic and interesting bunch of villains. Everyone is going insane over the fact that these villains are going from sort of superpowered humans to straight up monsters and demons. One question came to mind while putting together this video. Do these changes make or break the comic? At the end of the day, these kinds of questions will always have to be answered by the fandom. Clearly, the majority are stunned to see a working class, blue-collar construction engineer Batman rather than a rich one who has his money to handle all of his problems, making him feel as if he's in a similar situation to us readers having financial problems, giving Batman a refreshing take. What's even more of a shocker is how his villains came to be, going from mob criminals that own blocks of Gotham to atrocities such as Bane, and childhood friends of Bruce turn into vengeful tragedies, becoming more brutal, personal, and unsettling. Sure, this version of Batman isn't victorious through riches, yet audiences are satisfied with him going through moments of dire. Even though the people who have criticisms are a minority, I still want to say what they are and what I truly think about some of them. But before I do that, if you like what you're seeing so far, like and subscribe for more comic documentaries like this. The first one came around when issue 2 was released, when Alfred explicitly narrates the differences between Absolute Batman and the original. The break side of this disliked it due to them thinking the author tried too hard to make these changes understandable, offending the reader's intelligence. I'd honestly disagree with this, since it's only the second issue. It makes sense to elaborate on the differences from the start so there's no confusion. The next complaint that confused me was that the writer isn't showing enough to prove he's a working class Batman, not enough struggles with bills, job loss, and fatigue, which makes this minority believe it makes the relatability part fall short, but I don't think this is true since he's a construction engineer. I thought it was really creative for him to craft his own gadgets, proving not only that he's more different from the original, but that he's not rich and doesn't have his gadgets pre-made, portraying his working class status through the craftsmanship of his bat axe, detachable ear daggers, and metal hooks that can be swung from his cape or allow him to stand. Now, probably the biggest criticism of the absolute Batman is in Annual 1, when he brutally takes down a racist white supremacist group along with corrupt police in defense of immigrants. The minority claims it's forcing politics about what's been happening in these recent couple of years as leftist propaganda, taking it even further by saying it's anti-white and anti-police. They also argue that it betrays Bruce's no-kill rule and goes beyond killing. Honestly, this is the only criticism I can see from both sides. The majority saying that the backlash is overblown makes sense, since they used their frustration to make it seem it was completely horrible when it did have good aspects to it, such as Batman feeling conflicted on whether he went too far or questioning if this honors his father's qualities and takes down evil that harmed innocence. For those who had backlash towards it, I understand why you are frustrated at the entire premise, but the no-kill rule complaint falls short since this is the opposite of the original after all. I'm not going to get into full detail, but I will admit it is dishonest on how they portrayed what's been happening lately. Since I told you what the story is about, I'm sure you could put two and two together on what events I'm talking about. But it is unfair to say that one group of people is capable of racism when, in reality, anyone is capable of racism, and everyone has gone through it. That is not to dismiss that this instance has happened and does happen today. And I'll end it on that note. That's it for part 1, but if you guys enjoyed this, be on the lookout for part 2. It's coming out pretty soon. Like and subscribe, and stay safe.